Hey everybody, Jeff with the Grand Lake Outdoor Report. Thanks for listening, and Happy New Year to all the listeners out there, everybody that takes the time out of their schedule to listen to KGVE and that takes time out of their day to go visit the Grand Lake area dealers that sell sporting goods around the lake. And we appreciate you coming over and listening or watching the Facebook group, grandfishingreport.com Facebook group, and we appreciate all the fishing guides that support that group and continue to post year-round good information about their clients' trips year-round at the Grand Fishing Report Facebook group. I tell you what, it's an absolutely gorgeous day here around the shores of Grand Lake. I'm looking at my thermometer right now. It says it's 47 degrees. We've got no wind here on the east side of Shangri-La. The water is just flat as a pancake out there. It just looks like glass. I've got eagles sitting in the trees here at the house. I've got two eagles that come by from day to day, and they just happen to be here quite a bit over the last couple of days. So that's something that I'm not sure a lot of people know that they can do at Grand Lake in the wintertime. Is hop in a boat, get out there, and do some eagle watching. There's a lot of people that love to watch bald eagles, and there's just a lot of bald eagles here around the lake in the late December, January, February. And as that cold weather hangs on, the eagles will stay around, and as the weather starts to get a little bit warmer, a lot of those eagles will disperse back to other parts of the United States. But there's quite a few of them here right now. And I'm going to tell you kind of a fish story. My youngest son, Owen, he was fishing down on the south end of the lake yesterday. And he had been down on a dock. My son, Owen, has a glass cleaning business called Grand Glass Cleaning. And he was at some client's house, and the clients said, "Yeah, son, you can go down and fish on the dock, no problem." So it was one of his regular clients. So he went down and was fishing, and went down, and he said he caught 10 or 11 crappie, and he had them in a bucket, and he went back up and he put the bucket on his tailgate, and he told me that an eagle came down when he went back down to the dock to get the rest of his fishing stuff because he carried his bucket back up. He couldn't carry everything up the walkway at the same time. He walked back down there to get his tackle box, and he said an eagle came and snatched a crappie out of his bucket. And I said, "Son, I wish you'd had a video recording of that." And he said, "Dad, he didn't just get any crappie. He got the biggest crappie I had in the bucket." And you all know that those crappie this time of year, when you pull them up out of 10, 15, 20 foot of water, a lot of times those biggest crappie will float up to the top, and they'll be floating up there on the top. So he lost a really nice crappie to a big eagle yesterday, but he wasn't too mad about it. But I thought that was quite a fish story. So if you get a chance to talk to Owen about the eagle getting the crappie out of his bucket, maybe you can book him to clean your windows or something and ask him about that. Owen at Grand Glass Cleaning. But anyway, my oldest son Hayden's been out on the water. He's been doing paddlefish trips. And they've been getting lots of nice paddlefish from Shangri-La up to the mouth of Elk River areas where most of those fish seem to be. I've been seeing some good reports from Matt Dodge over on the Grand Fishing Report Facebook group. Matt's catching some really nice blue catfish, and him and John Lewis was kind of reporting that about that to me. And John's been down on some docks on Monkey Island. He hasn't done as good this week as he's done before Christmas, but he said that he caught some crappie over I think it was Christmas Eve. And my friend Kenny Neal said that they've got a place on Monkey Island, and they caught 2 limits of crappie, and he said that he was using a chartreuse and red jig as what he caught all of his fish on. So if you get in the right spot at the right time, just like fishing always is, you can usually pick up a few fish. I saw some nice pictures of some catfish being caught on the lake. besides what Matt Dodge had been catching. So folks out fishing deep water ledges. But if you're wanting to come to the lake and pick out a nice day, sunny day like we've got right now, where there's no wind, and I tell you what, there is nobody at all hardly out on this lake right now. So you can get out there, you've got the whole lake to yourself, or you get up Twin Bridges area and you can find a lot of fish over there on Spring River right now. I'm sure the white bass are really starting to get stacked up somewhere between Spring River Bridge and the old Seneca Piers up there. I think that, there's probably a lot of people trolling and catching fish up in that area right there. So that's where I'd be looking. Deer season is about over. Antlerless season's over. We got a few more weeks of archery hunting left. And if we get some cold, nasty weather, there's an outside chance that I might get a crack at that big old buck I've had my sights on since the beginning of the year. But he keeps zigging and I keep zagging, and we just can't get together. But anyway, again, I wish everybody a Happy New Year. Would like to thank the GRDA for being a sponsor of the Grand Lake Outdoor Report for years and years. And I'd also like for you to run in and ask an area dealer if you can buy some of the new Toby Keith Lucky Strike products, bass fishing products, crappie fishing products, Lucky Bugs, STX jerkbaits, square bills. We are putting together a big assortment of American-made products, and all you got to do is go in and ask those dealers for it, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick it up around here before long. Hey, I'm Jeff. Thanks for listening.